Down, all of a sudden the elevator blew up, smoke. I dragged the guy out, his skin was hanging off, and I dragged him out, and I helped him out to the ambulance.
And when I got up to the concourse level, it was just like, you know, like gunfire, and then just 3 big explosions.
And even the turnstile was burnt and was sticking up, and they just told us to run.
I heard the first explosion, and the elevator blew up.
And as we were coming out, we passed the lobby. There was no lobby. So I believe the bomb hit the lobby first, and a couple of seconds in the first plane hit.
By the main freight car of the building, in the corridor, that's when I got blown. I mean, the impact of the explosion threw me to the floor.
He lost 343 firefighters at the World Trade Center. Since they were the ones inside the towers before and as they collapsed, I'd say they've got a pretty good grasp on what happened. So what does the FDNY think?
I went around by the freight elevator and I could see it was just blown. It was just a giant ship. 30th floor. We hear another explosion. And at that time, we heard a huge explosion.
Firefighter Louis Caccioli told People Weekly, "I was taking firefighters up in the elevator to the 24th floor to get in position to evacuate workers. On the last trip up, a bomb went off. We think there were bombs set in the building." For more than a year, the Port Authority blocked the release of a tape of firefighters' transmissions from the World Trade Center on 9/11. In November 2002, the tape was finally released to the New York Times and other news outlets. Why did it take so long to get the tape released?
I got an eyewitness who said there was an explosion on floor 7-8. 7-8. We just had another explosion. Warren Street because of the secondary explosion. We've got numerous people covered with dust from the secondary explosion. And we got another explosion on the tower, 1013, 1013. Tower 2 has had a major explosion and what appears to be a complete collapse surrounding the entire area. Who's involved in the secondary explosion at Tower 1K? I've got 5.
You heard a big explosion before the building fell?
I saw it as it was happening, and it sounded as if you had 100 of those little black cat firecrackers and you lit them all off at once. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like the finale of the 4th of July over the East.
One of the guys, he can tell you I'm okay, all right? Here, hold on. You want to call your mother or something?
You're supposed to be right now. You got to get back to here. You know that. You got to get back. All right?
I know.
The 4-1 should have taken a couple of companies that they were leaving back to us. They were stuck in the tunnel.
Of ammonium nitrate and caused local earthquakes between magnitude 1 and 2.
47 huge steel columns going up the core, and they're interconnected. How do you get them to fail simultaneously so the core disappears? It looks like those core columns were cut.
The way we do this is by cutting the beam at an angle.
Do you still think that jet fuel brought down the World Trade Center? In all the videos of the collapses, explosions can be seen bursting from the building 20 to 30 stories below the demolition wave. Here, 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 and here. Etienne Sarre was filming her documentary, World Trade Center, the first 24 hours, and caught both collapses on tape. Watch carefully. tripod shakes 12 seconds before the North Tower begins collapsing. And something is knocked off the right-hand side of the building. You're probably asking, if there were bombs in the building, how would they get in there without anyone noticing? Ben Fountain, a financial analyst who worked in the World Trade Center, told People magazine that in the weeks before 9/11, there were a number of unannounced and unusual drills where sections of both the Twin Towers and Building 7 were evacuated for security reasons. Daria Cord, a guard in the North Tower, told Newsday that security detail was working 12-hour shifts for 2 weeks before 9/11, but on Thursday the 6th, bomb-sniffing dogs were abruptly removed from the building. So who authorized all this? President Bush's brother, Marvin, was board of directors at Securicom from 1993 until fiscal year 2000. Securicom, now known as Stratasec, is an electronic security company backed by Kuwait American Corporation, which provided security for United Airlines, Dulles International Airport, and from the early 1990s up to the day of 9/11, the World Trade Center. Marvin is also the former director at HCC Insurance Holdings, which insured parts of the World Trade Center on 9/11. More information on this was supposed to be disclosed and never was. To date, the SEC has not revealed what they have learned.
Sempre que essas evidências são apresentadas, as pessoas fazem as diferentes perguntas. A primeira é, se aviões diferentes foram usados, o que aconteceu com os originais? Infelizmente, não existe possibilidade de saber o que realmente aconteceu. Entretanto, se pudéssemos ver o conteúdo das caixas pretas dos aviões, se provaria se são os aviões originais. Um avião comercial carrega 2 caixas pretas diferentes. De acordo com o FBI, 7 das 8 foram danificadas, e não é possível repará-las. Resumindo, 7 caixas diferentes, feitas dos materiais mais resistentes conhecidos pelo homem, foram completamente destruídas e irreparáveis. Mas um passaporte feito de material frágil, conhecido como papel, conseguiu passar por uma explosão de 1100 graus e caiu sem danos a alguns quarteirões, onde o FBI convenientemente encontrou para incriminar Saddam Hussein e Al-Qaeda pelos ataques. Quem escreveu esse roteiro? E sobre esses sequestradores? Pode parecer engraçado, mas pelo menos 9 ainda estão vivos. Walid bin al-Shahri, um piloto da Saudi Arabian Airlines, vive em Marrocos. William al-Shahri está vivo e bem. Adaluk al-Omar é um piloto saudita da aerolínea vivendo na Arábia Saudita. Mohamed al-Sharler está vivo e mora na Arábia Saudita. Khalid Ashmidar é programador de computadores e mora em Meca. Salam al-Shimi trabalha em Imbu, na Arábia Saudita. Saed al-Agami é piloto e vive na Tunísia. Ahmad Almi é supervisor da empresa aérea da Arábia Saudita. E finalmente, Mohamed Atta, seu pai disse ter recebido ligações dele no dia 12 de setembro de 2001.
Ué, mas eu vi na TV o Bin Laden assumindo a culpa.
Oh,
sim, tá certo. A fita de confissão de Bin Laden. No dia 14 de dezembro de 2001, o governo divulgou um tape de um Bin Laden confessando ter feito os ataques de 11 de setembro, que dizem ter encontrado em uma casa em Kandahar, no Afeganistão. Exceto que existem inúmeras coisas erradas nesse tape. Primeiro, o próprio tape é de qualidade muito baixa.
Ah, tá. O velho truque da imagem de baixa qualidade que tanto usaram na farsa do Homem da Lua.
Segundo, o homem do vídeo não se parece e não agem como Bin Laden. De acordo com a homepage do FBI, Osama Bin Laden é canhoto. E nesse vídeo, ele escreve uma nota com a mão direita. Sem mencionar que usa um anel de ouro e relógio, que são proibidos pelas leis islâmicas. Isso nunca foi mencionado pelo FBI em nenhuma descrição dele. Comparando esse vídeo com outras 4 fotos de Bin Laden, ninguém vê um problema aqui?